think often this comes about a lot of the times when you have people that are into paranormal investigation, etc. So they might go to the old jail of the old town, and they go into the oldest part, and there in the corner is a gibbering wreck of a man that's been there for 400 years. Etc. And I just think that's so terribly limited, and I think that if that poor man potentially was there for 400 years, it wouldn't need a bunch of paranormal investigators to go there and have a look at him, or even send him into the light, as it were, when the spirit world has to be a very intelligent place. I think they would deal with it themselves. So I think that earthbound spirits, I don't believe. I believe that we can walk into a room and absolutely have an experience with somebody who's been there before, but we would be linking into their memory in that place, rather than their eternal soul. I once did a bit of an investigation in a village called Canewdon. It's in an old part of Essex, and it's called the Witch Village, because during the years past there was a big onslaught on that particular village, and many women and a few men were burnt as witches, of the time. And so it's got a very strong history of ghosts and this kind of thing in that place. So I went there and spent some time in the village. It was an interesting village, and it was still very of superstition. It had a feeling about it, there's no question. But there was a lady that I felt in one particular house, and I felt a walk between one room and the other. And when I looked and went up there to see, I could see her walking from one room to another room, leaning down into a crib and picking up a dead baby, and then walking back again. And I think what had happened is, years before, a woman had walked and found a baby, no doubt passed with cot death or something like that. And then her emotion was so huge as she walked back that she'd almost stained the atmosphere for all time, because it was so dense, that feeling that she was emitting. So sensitives that have gone there years and years and years after have seen her. There's no question, they've seen her, they've experienced her grief and the emotion around it. But I can't honestly believe that she almost thinks, right, what's the time? It's 12 o'clock on the dot, I better get walking. So she does that, for all time, just in case a sensitive may be able to sense her. I think it was done once, so heavy, the impression, but the sensitives are aware of it. So the work is interesting, but I don't think it requires the rescuing of souls. I do understand also some people might pass, and they might often want to journey to the world to be with us still. But I don't think they're earthbound. I think it's almost a choice that they've made. So they know that they've passed, they know that the other world awaits them, but there are times when effectively they might choose to connect with us in this world, to experience that. And I think that's a totally different thing. I think it's more a thing of choice.